Hi Leo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot for your August tarot reading. We're going to be dipping into Oracle as well. If you guys never been to my channel before, I really appreciate you giving it a chance. We only take the cards that fly out and choose you. I don't choose any of them. I'm only the interpreter. That's how we do it here. And we respectfully read the cards however they fall. So please consider hitting the like button on your way in. If you'd like for me to pray for you and send you my good energy, say hi in the comments section, even with an emoji. That works. It allows me to focus my energy on you directly. And also I encourage all of y'all to do that for each other. And it's this, the way I like to put it is like, it's a great way to rebel. It's a great way to be different and rebel these days because there's so much crap out there, so much polarity. And it's staring at all of it and being like, cool, I'm going to love you up anyway, even if we disagree. I'm going to love you up even if you're being a turd right now. All right. Even the trolls out there in interwebs. So we start, Leo, with, Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. You know, it's funny because it makes me think of family curses. And, you know, however you define that is up to you. But one way I think one could define a family curse is actually kind of an education or a culture within a family that is passed down. Like whether it's scarcity, like we don't deserve good things. Or in this case, it does feel like there's a sense of sacrifice that can be detrimental to abundance and letting abundance in. Sometimes that's sacrificing one's time. Sometimes that's sacrificing one's money or a sense of lack in an area. But I'm just going off on a tangent because it feels right. I hope it's helpful. So you can undo those educations. You know, you can stare at them right in the face of them and say, no, it stops here. It stops here. And here's our next message. New rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Adapting. This is an interesting theme. Let's see what tarot has to say. It's really positive though. For my Leos, which my Leos need to know, August 2024, please make it clear for my Leos. We're taking whatever cards fly out. We start with Victory, the Six of Wands, such a positive card. And we have the Two of Swords. I'll read to you the energy of the general energy of the reading, and then we'll unpack each card for you. Okay. Cool. It's not a subtle reading. You have some loud cards here. I have a feeling that those oracle cards are going to play a big role in this reading. You have something positive coming through. Two of Swords, difficult decision, possibly around a relationship. What about that? I think you're holding on though. Tenacity plays a part there. There's a sense of when do you make a decision? When do you cut your losses and move on? Do remember that we start the whole reading with this really positive card of having a triumph somewhere. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is, you know, that tenacious card. This could be protecting a belief, protecting a person. What is it for you? We have Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration, working with another individual or individuals. So whether this is a love reading or a kind of a professional financial reading, it's still cloudy right now, just to let you know. And I have a feeling that it will take on one of those directions soon. We have Nine of Cups, which is being really happy, letting yourself be very happy about something. There's almost an element of pride of like, all the goodness that I put into something is coming back to me. You know, you're reaping rewards. And then we've got the Three of Swords. So this is touching on something that's been difficult. And then we have the King of Cups in reverse. So that would be an individual here. So let's unpack these a little bit more. The Six of Wands, what do we need to know about that? This is specifically victory over. Doesn't surprise me that we get the Nine of Cups. You are getting rewards for something eventually that you've really put some time and effort into. This is the fork in the road where you even might have taken a pause and been like, do I keep going? Is this worth it? You know, and you are getting victory there. Tell me more about this Two of Swords. I will say something's changing. So to my Leos that have been going through some adversity, some difficulty, this is changing. Your luck is coming through. It almost feels like all the bumps in the road are going to be smoothed out. The Nine of Wands. Oh yeah. You know, and what if they had not been smoothed out? You know, one can only stick by their guns and, you know, be tenaciously standing by, you know, waiting for things to change for so long. Before they do what, they lose interest. You know, they just simply grow apathetic. They grow, it's like having the life pulled out of you, you know, all the air out of the balloon. But that's not what happens. We've got the Four of Cups upside down. That's a good card to get upside down, y'all, because that means coming out of apathy. So it's almost like there's a sense of you were here for almost too long. You know, you're almost getting to that point of like drone-like, or just doing something for the sake of doing something, but not like almost losing sight of why you were doing it. Now things change. This is good. This is a good change because it sparks more energy into it. And it specifically feels like a collaboration. Now, that's a very broad term for what I'm talking about, but all of you guys are going through different things. Three of Pentacles is really working with another or others for a shared common goal. You get new information that kind of brings something to a halt in this collaboration. You get this realization. Now, it could come in the form of a conversation, but it could also come in the form of just clarity, some broad clarity around the way something has not been pulling through and working in this collaboration the way you think it would, you know? Anything else about that before we get a new deck for our next cards? For my Leos, that Ace of Swords feels like a breath of fresh air. For my Leos, this allows you to take new control in your life. The Emperor energy with the High Priestess is a powerful combination. Look at all that purple, first of all. That is a lot of purple. And purple is oftentimes the color of creativity, of royalty, of expanded thinking. And so we have the Emperor and the High Priestess. This is taking the reins in the most righteous way, not in a controlling, egotistical way, but more in a clear as day. I'm taking control of this situation. I know what needs to be done here. And that's why you're at Nine of Cups. You're like fully, very, very confident in this place. Yeah. Really good energy surrounds you there. So let's talk about that wonderful energy. The Nine of Cups for my Leos. What do we need to know about that? What's going to be helpful for my Leos to know for August 2024? I almost want to say 2013 for some reason there. I don't know if that means anything. I wouldn't be surprised if something you've been working hard on, could even be career, totally changes. Like you fully close a chapter and you might even be starting something new. You could be starting in a totally new direction with this information. Like knowing this, since you got this Ace of Swords, having this clarity has allowed you to take control of your life and get very centered with your inner truth. And now you're going to be very happy with how you are applying yourself, Eight of Pentacles, with the Magician card, because you are changing direction, boo. And you know what? Here's the cool thing, is you don't have to say you gave up, because there are outside situation. There was something in the outside situation that was making it very hard for this Chariot card to be upright, to be getting triumph and moving forward. It was upside down with this collaboration. So, you know, it's not really your fault. This is just how things happened. And you're being released. It feels like you're being released to take control of your life in a new way. And that's like the World card is this at the end of an old chapter and the positive beginning of a new one, and it's meant to be. It's all good, you know. It didn't require, there's no hurt feelings over it. Now, I know that you guys have gone through something that was painful. There's Three of Swords, and that's what we're going to jump into here. What is this Three of Swords? What do we need to know? Flipping but not flying. Queen of Pentacles. What is this Three of Swords that would enlighten Leos to know about? Yeah, that was painful, right? When you had this before, you got it upside down now, thank God. But, you know, this was going to a complacent place. This was like, you know, sometimes complacency is painful. Complacency is created when we feel powerless in our lives, right? We go along with the program because it's just too overwhelming to look at fighting the program. So yeah, you had your foot in that for a while. You know what it felt like. Nobody wants to go back there because you've got Empress card that comes out. You can't deny this. You've gotten the thing with the Empress card, she's pregnant, and that's supposed to symbolize, you know, something that starts out so small can grow so big. And I'm telling you, this is where it starts. The Ace of Swords, this clarity, this realization, then the whole reading changes after that. We've got all that purple. We got all that royalty. This is stepping into your royal position as a Leo, stepping into control in the most righteous way because it's going to benefit others. Leos care very much about the people they love and their relationships, the jobs that they do, the quality of work that they do, what they bring to the table, what they bring to their lives and the worlds, all the worlds, to all the others around them. And now it's like, okay, I'm in alignment. That was an old chapter. I'm now working towards something I believe in. You're manifesting heavily. You're not in a complacent place because, Leo, you've never belonged in a complacent place. It's not you. It's like a coat that doesn't fit. So this is growing from this place, actually, and it was a favor. It was good to touch down on that just because it gives you contrast. It gives you appreciation for what you're growing now. This is King of Cups in reverse. We need to know about for Leos. What do we need to know about this? I do feel like there was an individual that this could be inside you or this could be somebody outside of you. But let me tell you, this individual was out of balance. And there is something about the being out of balance that was keeping one stunted, really. Keeping the growth at an amateur level. And what comes out there is the Hanged Man, which is getting a new perspective, getting a fresh perspective, but there's been a sacrifice in doing so. Anything else we need to know about that for my Leos? Yeah, there was conflict. There's conflict around this. Yeah, you're just not going to be happy. This person is not happy in this position. And if this is somebody else, this is kind of like if this is somebody else, Leo, they've got a long way to go. They've got their own path, but they do have a lot of, in this state of imbalance. King of Cups upside down can be up and down emotionally. They can feel powerless emotionally. They can turn in on themselves and be selfish or manipulative with their emotions. And that's because they're out of balance. And just know that if this individual is not you, it's somebody else outside of you. And I'll give you the version of you if that is actually the case. But if this person is outside of you, they've got their own path. And they're going to get an opportunity to see a totally different perspective. You, for some reason, play into that perspective very heavily, and it's like a gift. And sometimes that gift for others, it's not so comfortable for them, but you are long gone. You got to follow your path too. So there's some conflict. The sun comes out upside down, but it's all aiding this really important and dire perspective that they need in order to get some growth. Now, if it feels like, I don't have anybody else outside of my life like that, this is talking about had you stayed in that situation, it really would have had an emotionally manipulative effect on you for the negative. So this is just confirmation that the self-growth, you're going through something that is almost in reward to growing up, getting this this big perspective. It's like you tried something, you gave it a go, it didn't feel right, it wasn't moving forward. It kind of, you could see, only when you looked into the future, you could only see misery. You could see conflict. And that's not you, Leo. That's not you. You are a celebrity in the zodiac. You need to shine out. It's you shining that is a gift to everybody else. That's why I call you the celebrity of the deck. You're the natural superstar. By you glowing, by you being happy and inspired, you are a gift to those around you. All right, I hope that was helpful. I love you all. Take good care. Please like, please subscribe.